What's up, guys? Jason Noble here, and today I want to talk about something that's happening here in Georgia, where I live. I live in Marietta, but that's just north of Atlanta, so we're going to be talking about Atlanta. Well, recently a new MLS announcement has happened. The 22nd team in the MLS is going to be in Atlanta. Their debut season is going to be in 2017. And, well, there's not too many details out about it right now. We do not know a name of the team. We really don't know much else. We know that Arthur Blank, who is the owner of the Atlanta Falcons, is having a major role in this. I'm unsure if they're going to be sharing a stadium or what, to be honest. But, I mean, this is huge news for anyone involved in the Atlanta soccer community because we now have a first division professional soccer team. We actually currently do have a professional soccer team in the Atlanta Silverbacks, and they play in the NPSL, which is pretty much the second division. And, guys, if you live in Atlanta, you should support them. I understand that Americans have this thing. We don't support second division sports. We don't support third division sports. We support college sports and professional sports. Well, and first division professional sports. My bad there. But you really should support them. It's a much better level than you give it credit, and they need the support. And we likely might not have them much longer with the addition of an MLS team. I can't see us being able to support both the Silverbacks and the new MLS franchise. But it's kind of frustrating how college teams will get far more fans than the Silverbacks, when in reality is the Silverbacks are a much higher level of play. It's just socially we support our college sports. And this is for other sports too. It's the same in basketball, why there's been failed attempts at second divisions in basketball, and why the American football varieties are like the Arena Football League, which is a gimmick league, and then the Canadian Football League is kind of like our second division as well. But back to the point. New MLS team in Atlanta. It's going to enter the league in 2017. So that's 3 years from now. So there's plenty of time to prepare for whatever needs to be done to make sure that this is going to be a good fit. I personally think it will be a good fit because the Southeast United States does not have this high of a level of professional soccer outlet at the moment. We have a few second division teams in NPSL, teams like the Silverbacks. We got the Carolina Railhawks. We have some teams down in Florida. We also have some USL Pro teams throughout the region as well. But we do not have this highest of level soccer in the area. And as I've said before, I believe the soccer community will come out and support an MLS team. Now, there's a second part of this announcement that I'd like to make, and this is a little more individual, a little more about me. So, if any of you know me, you know that soccer is pretty much my life. I've been playing soccer since I was a really young kid. I've played collegiately, I've played semi-pro, I've played professional indoor soccer, and right now I work as a youth soccer coach, and it's my job. That's how I make a living. And I would love to get back into playing soccer, and I really would prefer it to be at a high level of play, not just men's league or something like that. I'd like to play semi-professional or professional. So what I'm doing is I'm going to try to make one last run at being a professional soccer player once again, and this time at the highest level available in my country, the MLS. So I've got 3 years to get fit, to get my level up to par to play in the MLS, and hopefully either there's going to be some sort of tryout, I'm sure, which tryouts normally aren't the best option, but if bare minimum, I'll go to the tryout. But I would really like to try to work my way with a trial or something like that to where I can actually really get looked at. But so what my training is going to do right now, I'm more into the getting strong aspect, because that's one area of the game that in my previous playing experience I kind of neglected. I didn't do nearly enough weight training. I actually even had a stance that weight training wasn't necessary for soccer, which I will say this, I don't think it's 100% necessary. But it can drastically improve your performance, and it's also something that takes time, which is the good thing about this 3 years. It gives me 3 years to get as strong as I can for playing soccer. The other aspects, of course, would be getting my overall fitness, more my cardiovascular, my agility, and endurance, and everything else up to par. That I feel I can do in a much quicker time, but I will be slowly working that up as I go. And also I'll probably be playing for something in the meantime as well, whether that be men's league. Maybe I can get on a semi-professional team. Maybe even I can play for the Silverbacks in one of their next few seasons. We'll see. And lastly, and for most players, I say this is hands down the most important thing that you should work on: technique. Now, I'm going to consider myself a slight exception in this case because I consider myself to be quite high level technically. My setbacks in soccer are more of a physical nature. I am not genetically the most gifted athlete in the world, which is why I myself am putting more emphasis on some of the physical aspects with the weight training and the athletic performance aspect. But I want to make sure that I'm technically the best I can possibly get in that 3 years' time. And what that's going to mean for me, the biggest thing I think I really need to work on is I want 3 years from now, I want my right foot, which is my weaker foot, I'm left-footed by the way, to be almost as good as my left foot is now in 3 years. Obviously, it won't be as good as my left foot in 3 years because hopefully my left foot improves as well. But I think that is a realistic way to do it, and something I've mentioned before. I tell people to train their weak foot double as much as their strong foot because their strong foot's already superior. So why would you train them evenly? That's going to make you still dominant to one side. But I think that would be a good way to do it. And this is not going to be just a single video. This will be a series of videos, and some videos frankly, some of the videos will be involved, but not necessarily officially involved in this series. But I will be trying to make updates periodically. I don't know if I'm going to do it weekly, daily, monthly, months in between at a time. But this is something I'm going to try to keep up with in the next 3 years. So if you'd like to follow it, let me know. Like and subscribe, comment, criticize, do whatever you want to do. But that's my goal, is to get in the best physical shape, technical ability-wise, to be prepared to play at the MLS within 3 years' time. Alright guys, that's my video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Peace.